Hello ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, bringing you some more StarCraft action. And this time we've moved on from the MSL, MST, which I did for the last couple series. And I'm going to bring you some Pro League action. We're on to the 5th week of the Pro League, and this is going to be the series between WeMadeFox and MBCGame here. This first game is between Light for MBCGame and Roro for WeMadeFox. I almost said like We Made Socks there, which obviously makes no sense. But this is pretty fun. I do like the new Pro League. The new Pro League with the loss of CJ Entis and Height Sparkies, the two teams combining into Height Entis, retracting the number of teams. That took out one team, and then Eastro actually folded as well, and their players kind of got split up amongst the other teams. Woongjin took Flying and Really, and then, let's see, who took... Action went to KT. So that's where the big guys, at least for Eastro, went. I don't remember where the rest of them... Those are really the only three that particularly matter, in my opinion, for Eastro, since Up Magic, obviously, no longer really participating, and, yeah. So the standings at the beginning of this week is SKT leading, dominating, really, going 7-0 in the first 4 weeks, and then behind them, Woongjin Star is just a slight bit ahead of the pack at 5-2, and then there's a whole host of teams at 4-3 and 3-4, including both of these teams, MBC and Fox. Both of them stuck at 3-4. Kind of middling. So WeMadeFox has a better overall record in terms of win-loss differential, but if whoever can get a win out of this will put themselves into a decent position as we go into the last part of the first round. It's just so hard to predict who's going to be able to come away. It's just been... anyone can really win a series now. With the best of 7, you're really seeing the depth of these teams come out. So obviously a team like Hwasong-Oz, which is in last place, is really, really struggling. Hwasong-Oz is doing worse than Ace, to put that in perspective for you. That's how bad they're doing. They have absolutely no depth. Hopefully the return of any time to Hwasong-Oz can help them out. But yeah, WeMade and MBC, both of them in the middle of the pack. No, neither of them really made any big moves in the off season. I told you about the Eastro players moving around. Woongjin actually lost Quandro, letting him go to SKT1. So SKT has a legit Zerg, but yeah, no other really big moves. It's been pretty quiet in terms of player movement. Nothing really big. Anytime going back to Hwasong-Oz, leaving Ace, Reach going to KT following his time in the Air Force. So that's about it. And yeah, this first game should be pretty good. Light and Roro. Pretty standard openings from both of these guys. I think we had a pool first from Roro, so Light with the 1 Rax expanded should be fine. You know, what is he gonna do? He's just gonna go and actually no, not 1 Rax expand, 1 Rax into factory. So I think he actually might have put down that factory before he saw the lings. So I'm not able to hide that from the. Not able to really get enough SCVs or to try and like block his ramp or something, so he's throwing up a bunker in his mineral line, and I fear for this factory. I don't know if this factory is going to be allowed to get up. He's going to really struggle. That bunker is not in range to really defend the factory, so this is actually pretty bad for Light, forced to cancel. So Light in a bad spot. That's kind of pretty incredibly unfortunate that that factory, he didn't place it maybe closer to the refinery, losing another SCV building a supply depot. If he had built that closer to the refinery, that bunker maybe could have helped defend it, but now he's lost all of that time. He's lost he's lost that percentage of minerals, but most importantly, he's lost the build time on that factory, so the vulture that he's hoping to get out is going to take that much longer to pop out. Another SCV carelessly being lost there by Light, as he wasn't microing it, didn't send it even to mine, it was just sort of sitting there. And yeah, Roro taking a nice little early lead here. Looks like he's going to go 3-hatch. Probably going to be a 3-hatch Muta build. And yeah, I like Roro's position. Roro is very he's a player that is all over the place. He'll beat Bisu or he'll beat Light here. You know, looks like he's in a good spot to as long as he keeps up with what he's doing. He takes down that supply depot. I mean, I gotta think that he's in a pretty good spot to beat Light already, taking down that supply depot, just building up a nice little lead here. He can beat a guy like this, and then you never know. Roro will lose to Tempest or Backhoe or something. And he's just hit and miss. Doesn't really not really consistent. But he'll win some games for you. He'll lose some games that he shouldn't lose. But and WeMadeFox really counts on him to be their top Zerg player, and I believe they've even used him in Ace matches before on occasion when they do need a Zerg on a map. Looks like Light has finally evicted the Zerglings from his base, and he's going to get his second base up and running. And the hatchery still hasn't morphed into a lair. Maybe his natural hatchery is morphing. There it is. Okay, so the natural hatchery is going to be morphing into a lair. Seemed a little bit late. And what's that other building for Zerg? I wonder if it was a Hydra den. Maybe he's doing 3-hatch Lurker instead of 3-hatch Muta, because there was another building there. It could have just been the Extractor, but it didn't seem like it was on the Extractor spot. Both the barracks and factory being lifted here, so no units being produced for Light. Just going to keep his expand off of those 2 Marines, and yes, it is going to be a Hydraless den already up, so it looks like we're going to see some 3-hatch Hydra Lurk play. Maybe thinking that there was going to be a lot of mech coming his way or something like that, but yeah, we're going to start out with some Lurker play, and I think he's in a pretty good spot to pull it off. He did hold back Light a decent bit. He's got the Hydras in position to, actually more than anything else, I think that's to deflect any sort of Vulture play from Light, now that he's kind of sitting in a defensive position. But it doesn't look like Light's being particularly aggressive with that first Vulture. Just sitting outside of his natural. He only has the 2 Marines to defend, so possibly just thinking, okay, I'm going to keep this Vulture kind of in the back to micro against Zerglings if there is a bunch of Zerglings that comes, because he needs something. So I think that's sort of the idea here behind this Vulture, but it's not going to really do much of anything against these Hydralisks. It looks like we have a Wraith being produced here, and this Wraith isn't going to do much of anything. In fact, almost carelessly lost here, but here comes Roro into the natural expansion with a couple of Zerglings leading the way and a bunch of Hydralisks behind, and I don't know if Light's going to be able to defend against this. Here he comes with a bunch of SCVs, but he's probably going to lose a bunch of these SCVs. Going to lose the first Marine went down, and it looks like second Marine went down. The bunker is trying to go up. He's trying to throw up a bunker. Looks like another Marine produced out of that barracks went down as well, and Roro just reinforcing here, building up more and more Hydras, just trying to pound through this door, and doing a pretty good job here. He's taking down several SCVs, taking down another Marine as it's being produced. Vulture mines have been completed, so 2 Vulture mines there at the front probably will be enough to hold Roro off for a little bit. Maybe he might actually consider sacking a Hydralisk or waiting for a Zergling to come sack it, or just have enough Hydralisks that he can just go in there and use some stop tricks and take them down that way. And mine does go off, taking down a couple, 1 or maybe 2 Hydralisks. Looks like he's taking down 2 Hydralisks, but Light is in a whole lot of world of hurt here. I think Roro is going to be able to take this game in short order. Not a whole lot that Light can do, not even having that barracks lane, and not producing any Marines, just having that 1 factory producing units and these SCVs. So GG from Light Alive. Roro taking the victory right off the bat. Some questionable play by Light, not blocking off his ramp, not doing a standard 1-rack expand. Looks like he wanted to do that Wraith play, but the spawning pool first build from WeMadeFox's Roro working out very, very well for him, and able to get up there, delay the factory, blow up some SCVs, get a supply depot, and just put him so far ahead that his Hydra bus just went and came away with the victory. Didn't even need to get lurkers or anything. So good game by Roro, taking the victory, giving WeMadeFox a 1-0 lead, and we'll be going on to the second set of the series. I will see you guys all there.